Okay. Hi, it's me again. Uh, I'm Steven. I go by Yingsti333 everywhere online. Uh, yeah. I'm doing this again. um, this is the Reddit uh, custom Hearthstone subreddit uh, weekly design competition thing where I'm just gonna go through all the submissions, look at all of them, see which ones I like, which ones I don't. Uh, I'm arguably slightly biased because I did participate in this one. I will point out which one's my submission. The deal with your own submissions is that you don't care, more or less. Like, um, if it comes, you can vote for your own submission, basically. That's the idea. And it's basically expected that you do. Okay. So, Dream Sentinel, 5 mana, 5/6 neutral epic with elusive. And then after you use your hero power, imbue your hero power. So, um, this is fine. I'm just gonna say this is fine. Um, Pretty much every imbue is balanced around being about 2 mana. So, um, using your hero power is 2 mana. So this is fair. This is very fair. Um, it is very expensive though, and I might be a little clunky to use, which is probably the biggest concern I have with it. But it's a fine card. It's fair. My sense is that the balance is fine. Okay. Winds of Change. Transform a minion into one that costs 2 less, imbue your hero power, 1 mana, nature spell. This card is also fine. Uh, hmm. Is this better or worse than the Aegis of Light, the 1 mana paladin imbue? Um, I think it's because a 1 mana minion with taunt. Okay, the thing about the imbue cards, all the imbue cards, is that you can play the imbue cards whenever you want. Like, the only one that you would arguably not want to play all the time, Aspects Embrace, whatever. But as long as you have the mana for it, you should be able to always be able to imbue your hero power. This doesn't let you do that. It You need to have a minion, but most of the time you need to have an enemy minion to transform. So that can potentially create situations where you really need to imbue your hero power as fast as possible. That's how imbuing your hero power works. But you don't want to use this on your own minions, so it might cause a feels bad moment where you can't use this imbue card even when it's beneficial for you to do so. So I don't like this that much. That's basically the reason I don't appreciate this card that much. All right, Dreambound Pixie, 5 mana, 3/3. Battle Cry, imbue your hero power, and then trigger your hero power on adjacent minions. Oh wait, no, it's a 5 mana, 5/3 Shaman Epic. This is fine, I'm assuming. Um, yeah, it's basically Wisp Rider, except a little weirder. Requires you to already have a board. Yeah, this card's fine. Okay, this is mine. um, yeah, this is the Planeswalker. It's a 4 mana 2/6 neutral. Taunt costs one less for each time you've imbued your hero power. Um, as you can tell by the name, I as you can tell by the name, this is kind of my favorite thing to do is to make silly cards that are completely that are taken completely seriously. One of my favorite cards I've made of all time was a 4 mana 8/8 that restored 10 health to a hero, then dealt 20 when it died. So, uh, so the name is obviously partially a joke. It's riffing off of the idea of a magic planeswalker, um, which, funnily enough, on the day I'm recording this, there's actually a ban announcement, so that's cool. Coincidence. Anyway, the idea behind this is you play something like a Bitterbloom Knight on two, and then you have a 3 mana 2/6 taunt to keep you alive uh, while you build up to like the Fluttering Guardian, for example. So it's just like a defensive card for imbue decks is the idea behind it. I'm not super versed in the meta, so I don't know if that would be like good, but free 2/6s later in the game and then a early 3 mana 2/6 is probably fine. Blight Touched Clergy. 3 mana 3/3 priest epic. Battle Cry, imbue your hero power. The next minion you get from it has a dark gift. So the priest imbued hero power is you're shown a minion, you're shown a spell, and then you take one, it costs less. That's the idea. This technically works. You imbue your hero power, and then when it shows up the minion, it'll have a random dark gift on it. I don't like that. I don't like it that much because every other dark gift card discovers from three. So sometimes you might get something from the hero power that doesn't really fit very well. Um, and then there's also the potential situation. It's like if you hit the hero power, the minion shows up and it's not the dark gift you want. It can be a real feels bad. That's what I feel like. Especially because there's a dark gift that puts it on top of your deck. So if you really need a minion this turn, and it's like, oops, goes to the top of your deck. That is not great. And also, I think if it does go to the top of the deck, it loses the discount, so it doesn't even work that well with the Q power. Yeah, this is cool on paper. It has a few problems with how dark gifts work with the priest imbued hero power. So that's what I feel about it. All right. Divine Root Blade, a 1 mana 4/2 paladin weapon with lifesteal. Your hero can't attack until you've imbued your hero power 2 times. Um, this was a Discord submission. Someone mentioned Dread Corsair, which I think is very funny. You equip this on one, and then you play 2 Dread Corsairs for free. Um, Also, this is basically a 1 mana do nothing. It doesn't provide you board presence. It doesn't provide you board presence very easily. and it kind of just sits there. So while a 1 mana 4/2 lifesteal weapon is really good, it's not amazing. Like, the can't attack minions are at least there on board. They can soak up damage from like arcane missiles. Uh, you can potentially give them taunt to circumvent the downsides, yada yada. For can't attack weapons, the condition better be pretty fucking good, otherwise you're not doing anything with them. Yeah, so I think this is just trying to be too cute. It doesn't do anything. All right. Um, Slow Growth, a 1 mana druid nature spell. Imbue your hero power, get a random nature spell. This is good. This works with Hamul, obviously. Um, it is about the same as like the Aegis of Light, is my sense. Doesn't build you board presence, but your hero power already gives you board presence, so it's not as important. Yeah, this card is good. It also fulfills the secondary prompt, which is you can only use the imbue keyword. So I think this is good. I like this. Whispering Worm. uh, if we get rid of the H here, I think could be because after a friendly minion dies, imbue your hero power. 5 mana 4/6 undead dragon. Uh, if you got rid of the H, it would be a pun because it'd be Wisp, which is the mage imbued hero power. I guess this is technically fine. There is probably some degenerate stuff you could do. I heard that Imbue Mage is very good in Wild. And also, if you can't kill this, then it gets to like. How much can it get to? Like, let's say you trade in 6 on that turn, and then. I mean, this basically. Arguably, this doubles your. This basically doubles the imbues on your hero power, which is frankly kind of insane, especially because the mage one does give off-board damage. So, I don't know. This one might be a little much. Okay. Dream Guardian, 3 mana 1/6 dragon. Your hero power costs 1. If it's imbued, it costs 0 instead. People were joking about Koldara Drake. That is a 9 mana combo. Well, that is a 9 mana combo. I guess you can do it with Nalarex, but um, it is also wild exclusive. This is probably fine in standard, may not be good in wild. May not be fine in wild. Yeah, that's more or less the feeling, I guess. Bare Knuckles, 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. After your hero attacks, imbue your hero power. Hmm. Okay, here's the thing. Actually, never mind. Uh, I guess this is fine. It imbues your hero power twice, so it pays for itself more or less. Yeah, it doesn't excite me that much, which makes me feel like it's not going to do well. But I personally think the card is fine. It is a lot of imbue stacked together, but then again, so is Hamuro lol. Right. Mother Teresa, Mother Teresa, a 2 mana 2/2 neutral. This imbues with your hero power. And then The druid draws a nature spell. This is cost by one. Priest one, after you play a card, refresh your hero power. It's Raza. uh, but choose a battle cry, discover a spell in your deck, put it on top. Next dragon you summon gains +1/+1 and taunt. While it's a battle cry, discover a one cost beast, give it a +1/+1. Your hero power does one extra damage to minions. I don't like the mage one. The mage one is kind of unintuitive. Yeah, the mage one's a little unintuitive because I guess the idea is like you, you play it, you use the hero power, and then each minion takes like 6 damage per shot. But it feels unintuitive to a certain extent. The priest one is funny. The paladin one is also like fine. The druid one, I don't know how much you'd use it because most of the nature spells are pretty cheap, and you'd want to be playing cheap nature spells for Hamul's condition. And then the hunter one is also fine. So like 3 out of 5 is good. The other two, I guess, could use some work. Echo of Tehran. I have no idea how to pronounce this one. Tyrande, I think, is the way the innkeeper does it. 2 mana priest spell. Imbue your hero power. The next card that didn't start in your deck is played twice this turn. The wording on this is weird. The way they usually do this is they usually put like modifiers on time like first, so that when you read it, you get that sense. Get that sense. So you immediately know, like, okay, so it's only for this turn this effect happens. If you put it at the end, then there's a chance that the people who read the cards might miss it. So this should probably say, like, imbue your hero power. This turn, the next card that didn't start in your deck is played twice. As for whether this is good or not, it kind of does suck to get it off of the priest imbued hero power because you because I think part of the balancing around the priest hero power is that the priest hero imbued hero power can get more guys that imbue your hero power. So this spell also being in the pool might mess things up a little bit. Yeah. And if you do get this in the pool, you play it, you're not guaranteed to have a card that didn't start in your deck. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. It just doesn't mesh super well with the uh, way the priest and view works, and then the wording also could use some work. All right, Hex Shock, 3 mana shaman spell. Transform a minion into a random one that costs 2 less. Imbue your hero power. Draw a card. Wait, didn't we already have? Yeah, yeah. Um, Honestly, same deal as the other one. Same deal as the other one. Uh, you would hate to do this on. You can't do this on an empty board. You would hate to do this on your own minions, but you want to be playing the imbue cards so that you can turbo out the imbue hero power as fast as you can. So this one, I'm not feeling it as well. Okay. Moon Eater's Blessing, 1 mana priest epic spell. Discover an upgraded hero power. After you use it, imbue your hero power. Um, if you there was a card called Yoink, and the idea behind Yoink was uh, you played it, you got a hero power for 2 uses, and then you swap back. It was not great from what I remember. The zero cost hero power is basically zero cost. 2 uses of a zero cost hero power is more or less an equivalent to an upgraded one. And then, yeah, the it lets you do it in a way that like it's free both times. Well, this one you would have to use this, then spend the 2 mana tax on an upgraded hero power, which is maybe good, maybe not. Something like a Fire Blast, something like a Soul Tap, just draw a card, kind of sucks. Something like a Shapeshift, a like greater Shapeshift, 2 attack, 2 armor, 4 armor. Those aren't really worth 2 mana, most of them. And then only after that do you get to imbue your hero power. And also, if you imbue your hero power after you play this card, I think you don't actually get to imbue your hero power from this effect, which is a bit of a shame, a bit of an oversight. I guess this one does work pretty well when you generate it off of the priest imbue, but it has a few other feeling problems. I feel like where you would want to imbue your hero power as fast as possible, but doing the upgraded hero power on 2 means you're not playing either the 2 mana cards that do it. That's the idea, I think. Okay, this one's just a fucking joke card. Um, Sarcastic Sorceress, 2 mana 2/2 Mage Demon. Battle Cry. Copy the lowest cost spell in your hand. If you've imbued your hero power twice this game, good for you. Yeah, this one does not fit the prompt at all. It is completely a joke. Ah, yeah, this I saw this. This is just a joke card. I think last prompt, someone just posted fractured power, but instead of destroying a mana crystal and all that, it was just an overload too, because that's literally what it was. Sometimes jokes slip into the Discord submissions, so don't worry about it. The Sarah scheme. Use 3 random hero powers imbued one time, upgrades each turn. Um, so the big question is how the shaman one interacts with this, because all of the others make sense. The hunter one you don't really want to. I mean, druid has beasts, but oh yeah, 6 mana druid spell. Druid has beasts. I don't know how much you want to do run beasts to do this. And then the shaman the shaman one, if it's completely random, there is a very good chance that it just hits an enemy minion. Wait, no, it's friendlies only, right? Well, it hits a friendly minion that you really need, and then, or you play a guy, and then you're like, okay, I really hope this fully imbues my hero power. I really hope that this hits this minion, and then it misses it and hits a different guy. And then there's also the fact that this does not fit in Imbue Druid. I mean that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to fit an imbue druid. I think it's just the shaman and the hunter issue. Those do not mesh well with the other ones. Oh yeah, the paladin issue too. Like you shuffle the dream portals in, but the hero power is what actually makes it care about how much the dragons are summoning. So if you use three random hero powers, so if you use the paladin one, I guess you're shuffling in like portals that are static at a certain point, but then if you play another one that has less, since those portals, the way the portals are coded, they're treated as like the same card. So would that downgrade the portals? Would that up make the other portals upgrade again? It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah. Yeah, this one is just a mess. All right. Natural meditation. Gain 3 armor and reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1. Repeat for each time you've imbued this turn. 2 mana nature spell. Uh, this is like there. There has to be an easier way to write this. This like this is just like for every 2 spells you've cast this turn, basically. I mean, I guess it works with like the neutral imbues, but also you're already very much limited in these spells you can do. Um, yeah, I don't know how much you want to actually discount stuff. I mean, you could discount salad dressing, the 7 mana legendary nature spell, but I mean, sure, if you do that, that's cool. Sure, and then last one, Sir Finley, terrified. Battle Cry. Discover a new hero power. After you play a card from another class this game, imbue it. 2 mana, 2/3 Murloc. Battle Cry. Discover a Demon Hunter hero power. After you play a card from another class this game, it does nothing. Yeah, that. Unfortunately, that is a problem with this, where you may just be offered the warrior, the demon hunter, and the death knight hero powers, and you do not get the bonus that you were wishing for, and that feels like absolute dog shit. uh, I remember part of this was because people were like, oh, we keep getting imbue cards off like the Ashermain stuff. It's like this is a way to use them. Yeah, yeah, not this way. Sorry. All right. So what do I feel? Dream Sentinel, I think is fine. Yeah, I think Dream Sentinel's good. This one f- has potential feels bads if you can't play it. This one is fine. This is mine. I think it's. I think it works. I think it's fine. This one has feels bads about the put on top of your deck dark gift. This one doesn't do anything. This one's good. It also fulfills secondary prompt. This one gets out of hand very fast, and I'm a bit iffy on how it should work. Um, this one I guess is fine. I guess it fits the secondary prompt too. Um, Potential problem in wild does not really matter too much. Bare knuckles is fine. This one, 3 out of the 5 are cool for the classes. The other 2 are either unintuitive or not very useful. Echo of Tyrande, wording issue, also not great to get off the imbued hero power. Hex Shock, also a feels bad type of card, I feel. Mood Eater's Blessing is a bit clunky. Sarcastic Sorceress is completely a joke card. Ysera's Scheme has issues with how the hero powers synergize with each other. Natural Meditation, I this one I'm just kind of stuck on. Uh, it's messy, and I think I don't like it. That's just my feeling. As you can see, I have pretty sharp biases towards some of these. I just don't like this one. And then this one has the potential to just give you a hero power that just does not work with this effect. Okay. So that's my feeling about all of these cards.